afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today from our Islamabad studio. I'm Chris Taylor. The United States and Iran have reportedly reached a 60-day memorandum of understanding aimed at extending the current ceasefire and opening negotiations on Tehran's nuclear program, according to U.S. sources. The agreement is still awaiting final approval from President Donald Trump. The reported breakthrough follows weeks of heightened tensions across the Gulf region, including military activity around the strategically important Strait of Hormuz. U.S. Central Command says American forces targeted IRGC boats allegedly involved in laying naval mines and destroyed a missile site in Bandar Abbas. CENTCOM also says U.S. forces intercepted Iranian drones earlier this week, while Kuwait reportedly shot down an Iranian ballistic missile described as a major ceasefire violation. Meanwhile, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says negotiations between Washington and Tehran remain active, describing discussions as continuing back and forth as both sides work toward a possible agreement. Speaking at a White House briefing, Bessent said President Trump has established clear conditions for any future deal, including the surrender of highly enriched uranium, guarantees against pursuing nuclear weapons, and ensuring free transit through the Strait of Hormuz. He stressed that sanctions relief would be gradual and said no agreement would be finalized until Tehran accepts key conditions. Bessent also argued that military and economic pressure had brought Iran back to negotiations. However, uncertainty remains over the reported understanding. Iran's Tasnim news agency, quoting a source close to Tehran's negotiating team, says the text of any potential memorandum between Iran and the United States has not yet been finalized or confirmed. According to the report, Iranian officials have not informed the Pakistani mediator that negotiations have reached completion. The source added that both mediators and the public would be formally informed once an agreement is finalized, while dismissing Western media reports claiming a completed deal as false. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar is set to visit Washington on Friday for talks with U.S. Secretary of State and National Security Advisor Marco Rubio. Pakistan's Foreign Office says discussions will focus on bilateral relations along with regional and international developments, with both sides expected to discuss efforts aimed at promoting peace and stability through diplomacy. We go to our correspondent Sarah William in Islamabad.
Thank you, Chris. Officials here say Islamabad continues positioning itself as a diplomatic bridge amid rising tensions between Washington and Tehran. Foreign Office sources say Pakistan's leadership hopes ongoing engagement can help support a broader regional understanding. Ishaq Dar's meetings in Washington are expected to cover both bilateral cooperation and Pakistan's role in encouraging dialogue. Officials also maintain that reducing regional tensions remains a priority for long-term stability.
Thank you, Sarah William reporting from Islamabad. Turning now to regional partnerships, China and Pakistan have reaffirmed their commitment to expanding military cooperation and strategic coordination, with Beijing describing relations between the two countries as an enduring ironclad friendship. Speaking during a media briefing, Chinese Defense Ministry spokesman Colonel Zhang Bin highlighted growing cooperation in strategic communication, joint exercises, personnel exchanges, and defense technology. He said exercises involving land, naval, and air forces, including Warriors, Ocean Guards, and Eagles, have become hallmark examples of bilateral defense cooperation. Beijing says it remains ready to further deepen practical cooperation with Pakistan while supporting regional peace and stability. In domestic news, Punjab Senior Minister Mariam Aurangzeb says Chief Minister Mariam Nawaz has undergone major surgery at Sharif Medical City Hospital in Lahore and has now returned home. In a statement posted on social media, Aurangzeb said the Chief Minister continued monitoring provincial affairs, including security and cleanliness arrangements, even while hospitalized during Eid preparations. Federal IT Minister Shaza Fatima Khawaja and National Assembly Speaker Ayaz Sadiq have also wished Mariam Nawaz a speedy recovery while praising her continued engagement in public affairs. And finally, the Pakistan Meteorological Department says Sindh's Dadu has recorded a new provincial heat record with temperatures reaching 51.5 degrees Celsius. According to the PMD, temperatures were 4.5 degrees above seasonal averages, while Larkana and Jacobabad also experienced extreme conditions with temperatures crossing 50 degrees Celsius. Weather officials warn that temperatures across parts of Sindh, Balochistan, and southern Punjab are expected to remain 4 to 6 degrees above normal in the coming days, with hot and dry weather forecast across much of the country. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today. I'm Chris Taylor.